What's up everybody, my name is Ben and today we're going to be going over film camera basics. In this video, we're going to check out a wide range of film cameras from beginner friendly to those with a steeper learning curve. We'll go over the basic operations and how to load each type of camera. If there's a specific camera that you would like me to do a deep dive on, let me know in the comments. First, let's start with 35mm cameras. The two most common types are SLRs and point and shoots. With point and shoots, the name says it all. You just point and shoot. They come in various types like zoom point and shoots and prime point and shoots with a fixed focal length. This is an Olympus stylus and it has a 35mm fixed focal length, while the Olympus Infinity 76 has a 38 to 37mm zoom range. To load a point and shoot, you will need to open the film door, which is typically a slider on the side of the camera. Next, place your film canister into the correct position. Then, pull on your film leader just a little bit and place it onto the other side. Many point and shoots will have an indicator on where the leader needs to go. Close the back door, and once your screen shows a 1, you're good to go. While many point and shoots behave very similarly, SLRs on the other hand can be a bit more complex. Some SLRs offer automatic exposures while others are fully manual. SLR stands for single lens reflex, which means the viewfinder shows exactly what the lens sees, thanks to a mirror in the prism on the inside of the camera body. Some SLRs offer an automatic exposure like the Nikon F3, while others are fully manual, like this Topcon RE Super. To load film into our SLR, we will need to open up the film door, which you typically do by pulling up on the rewind knob. Some SLRs, like the Nikon F3, have a little lock in place for extra protection, whereas the Topcon RE Super has a little button on the bottom of the camera. Once your film door is open, you will place your film canister into the camera and pull the leader to the other side and slide it into the advance column. Then, use the advancer to spool a little bit more of that film onto the column. Then, close the back of your camera and make sure that the rewind knob is all the way down. Some SLRs offer metering inside of the camera, while others are fully manual. Fully manual cameras require a light meter to expose your images. You can use something like the Sekonic light meter or even an app on your phone. I personally enjoy using the Lightmate app. Once you have set your exposure, it's time to compose your image. Look through the viewfinder and set your focus by turning the focus ring on the front of your camera. Some SLRs, like this one, have a split prism focusing aid. To use this, put your subject in the center of your frame. Turn your focus ring until the subject lines up. Then, compose your image, knowing that your subject is in focus. When you hit the end of your roll, you will feel some resistance on the film advance lever. Don't force it. Forcing it can stretch your film or break your film. To unload your film, you will need to rewind it. To do this, you will press the rewind button and turn the rewind knob until you feel no resistance. Your film should be safely inside its canister and ready for development. Now let's move on to medium format cameras. These use 120 film, which is larger than 35mm and typically produces more detailed images. You will get fewer shots per roll, usually around 12 to 16 depending on the camera. Today we will be taking a look at the Fujifilm GA645ZI as well as the Rolleiflex TLR. The Fujifilm GA645ZI is a medium format point and shoot camera with pro features like aperture priority and manual modes, making it a great entry-level medium format camera. It takes up to 16 exposures per roll of film. To load this camera, you will first open up the back of the camera by twisting this tab here. Next, you're going to want to lower this bracket by pressing this red button here and insert your roll of film on the left side of the camera. Pro tip, if you're starting off with medium format, buy some extra reels on Amazon. Since 120 film goes from reel to reel, you will not be able to use these cameras without an empty reel. Next, take the tab on your film and place it into the slat of the empty reel. Then you will twist this top knob until you find your start line and place it at the center of your lens. Then close the back of the camera. Finally, you will need to select your ISO that you will be shooting with by selecting ISO on the selection dial. Then use this knob to select your ISO to the box speed of your film. In this case, we're going to set it to 400. One quirk of this camera is it switches landscape and portrait orientation. Holding it horizontally will take a portrait shot, while holding it vertically will take a landscape. Once you are done shooting your roll, you'll open up the back of the camera and remove your reel by pressing this red button here. Once removed, you will now move the empty reel from the left side to the right. Then make sure your brackets are pushed back in and you're ready for your next roll. And finally, for the most challenging camera to use, the Rolleiflex TLR. TLR stands for Twin Lens Reflex, and this camera has a unique 1:1 aspect ratio, giving you 12 frames per roll. This is a fully manual camera with your shutter speed and aperture dials on the front of the camera and your focusing ring here on the side. To load a Rolleiflex, you will need to open up the back of the camera by sliding this tab here. Next, pull down on this tab and open up the back of the camera. You will insert your roll by pulling on this knob here, then placing your backing paper through the silver bar here. Slide the film up to the next reel and slide the tab into the slat on the empty reel. Then use your advanced lever on the side of the camera to advance your film until the start line is in the middle of your lens. Next, close the back of the camera, shut the tab, and slide the tab back into place. If you don't do this, your film counter will not start and you will wind your entire roll of film into the next reel without exposing your film. This will render that roll unusable unless you can wind it back onto another reel by hand in total darkness. I have lost one too many a roll doing this. You will need a light meter to expose, so you can use the LightMate app or a Sekonic light meter, whatever feels right to you. Once you have your exposure settings all figured out, you'll use this waist level viewfinder to compose your image. Without a prism, the image is reversed, which can take some getting used to. The top of the lens reflects onto this screen, so your movements appear opposite. To ensure your image is in focus, you can pull out this magnifier and make sure that your image is in focus. Then press the shutter release on the front of the camera to get your shot. Once you have picked a camera that's right for you, you'll need to decide on a film stock. There are 3 different types of film that you can choose. There's color negative, slide, and black and white. Color negative is the most common and requires scanning and color correction, while slide film is a color positive film and lets you see your images directly on the film strip. And black and white is usually the most budget friendly and has the broadest ISO range. ISO represents how sensitive the film is to light. Lower ISOs are less sensitive and great for bright conditions, while higher ISOs, like 800, work better in low light situations. Let's take a look at 4 film stocks today. We have Kodak Gold 200, CineStill 800T, Kodak Ektachrome E100, and Lumography Lady Grey 400. Kodak Gold 200 is a color negative film with an ISO of 200, which is perfect for sunny days with a point and shoot. While CineStill 800T is a high-speed color negative film that works well under tungsten lighting and in low light and can even be used for night photography. Kodak Ektachrome E100 is a color slide film with an ISO of 100, ideal for bright sunny days. And Lumography's Lady Grey 400 is a versatile black and white film for a wide range of situations. I'm working on a video comparing all of these film stocks and more, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to catch when it drops. I hope you enjoyed learning film camera basics with me today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you want me to go into more detail about any of the topics that we talked about today, let me know. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and would like to support this channel, please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to be notified when new videos go live. If you're interested in seeing more, feel free to check out any of my other videos. Have a good one, and I hope to see you in the next video.